too bad. How are you? I'm in Birmingham. Yeah, I was out here for the Round Towers. On the 600 train. Hello. I'm in Birmingham. I just did the commentary on the first game. Round Towers came out. Yeah, luckily tonight.
How you going? It's school time. I was at home last week. It was a week before. You were watching it. Great job.
No.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Park Heron here in Birmingham for our second live game of the afternoon. And it's the game of the weekend. It's an All-Britain final. And it's between John Mitchells of Birmingham and HUGH and NEILLS of Leeds. It's the Warwickshire champions against the Yorkshire champions here on our brand new AstroTurf pitch here at Park Heron, just beside Birmingham Airport. Both teams are just making their final preparations. HUGH and NEILLS in the green and gold, and John Mitchells in their traditional white with blue. And I'll just quickly run through the teams while our referee, Chris Heffernan, brings the captains together. And I'll start with HUGH and NEILLS, who had an impressive victory over Father Murphy's here 2 weeks ago in the semi-final. And they're captained by the Dubliner Danielle Powell out of full-back, with Eva Crowley from Glenfeshcan Kerry wearing 6. Their key player from 2 weeks ago, Carol Hegarty, a star for Mayo. She was a star 2 weeks ago. She partners with Shauna Power in the midfield. And it's Rachel Gunny McCaig from Armagh leading the line at full forward, with Tracy O'Hara and Kira Middleton either side of it. Kira Middleton got 2 goals against Father Murphy's last time out, and she's moved from wing forward up to corner forward, with Daniel Connolly and Kieran Butcher making one change to that HUGH and NEILLS team from that semi-final. In comes Katie Walsh at cornerback, and she's in for Caitlin Hood. And the John Mitchells team on home territory here in Birmingham, and Vernon Fallon brings 2 changes from their semi-final victory here against Western Gales of Bristol. Into the starting 15 come Ella Maguire at wearing 4, and Emma Shaw will come in wearing 13. She gets a reward from a good performance off the bench in that semi-final. She got a crucial point for Mitchells in that game, and she's in a revised full forward line with Adele Layden and Jackie Duggan, and Sarah Tolan and Kelsey Fallon in midfield. It's Kelsey Fallon that brought Mitchells to this final with that dramatic winning goal against Western Gales. And in behind the midfield 2, Annie Driver wears her familiar number 6, with Kira Desmond alongside her, brought back into wing back with Kelly Cook wearing 5. And Colette Bell will mind the house at full back with Kelly Ford in goal. And as the 2 teams just make their final preparations, we will get ready ourselves for this hour of football, and we'll be back in a couple of seconds' time. Don't go away. Okay, our 2 teams are ready. John Mitchells in the white, are attacking the goal to our right-hand side. And I just see my co-commentator coming here with what looks like the All Britain trophy in her hand. Very good. With me is Patricia Morrison, President of the Britain GFA. We're all set and ready to go, Patricia.
Excellent.
We will see who reigns supreme at junior level in Britain for 2022. Our referee is Christy Heffernan from the Roger Casements Club in Coventry. As I get attacked by a wasp. It's gone. Good.
I mean, 2 exciting semi-finals brought them to this end.
You can say that again.
Absolutely.
Two whopper finals that we had here 2 weeks ago.
Unreal.
Hugh NEILLS with a brilliant defensive rearguard against Father Murphy's in that second half to see them over the line, and John Mitchell's really dug it out against Western Gales. They were up against it. It was a brilliant performance by the new Gloucester Hertfordshire champions. They just couldn't quite hold on in those last few minutes, and Kelsey Fallon with a bullet of a goal. It brings Mitchells to another final. They were here at this stage last year. They went to Beeston and Leeds to play Tiernan Oak from Newcastle, and it was Newcastle who won that day. The question is, can they go one better on this occasion? I see a fairly sizable home contingent to my right-hand side, but it's the visitors. Hugh NEILLS on the ball straight away, but it's one.
Clean sweep offer.
Yeah, one out of defence by Mitchells. And here they come. It's inside to the captain, Sarah Tolan. She's well mastered by Shauna Lenan. And here's Hegarty. Watch for the number 8 today. The better she plays, the better chance Hugh NEILLS have of winning this final.
Strong player, very strong player.
Up front to Gunny McCaig. Back to Hegarty. She beats Driver and she launches one, but that one's going to drop to the right and wide. But an early warning shot for John Mitchells. And it drops on this near side, but it's back with Hugh NEILLS. There's a bit of space here for Sarah Carberry to run into. Handed inside to Gunny McCaig. And then back out. That's well blocked down. Roisin Kane, the good intervention. Hugh NEILLS still have the ball. It's with Shauna Power. And the midfielder launches one over the bar, and that is the first point of the final.
Some severe dedication in there from Hugh NEILLS to keep battling through. Unlucky on John Mitchell's defence. They were blocking down and getting the ball clear, just couldn't quite get it all the way.
Colette Bell gets us back underway. This one's going to bounce. Goes up towards Nee Fallon. Normally plays full forward, playing today from 11. And the normal 11 shirt is normally Elaine Butler, but she's wearing 10 and she's on the ball. Out to Roisin Keating. Has Jackie Duggan. Back to Keating. And that one's going to drop nicely. And it drops just wide of target. Dara Rice at the back post had a great chance there of getting the first goal of this final.
She did, and both teams have started off with wide, so it's settling themselves into this game. And hopefully, I'd say we're in for a bit of a show.
Mitchells have the wind advantage in this first half. It's a diagonal wind, but it's favouring the team shooting to the right-hand side. Here's Hegarty. Runs into a brick wall of Nee Fallon. Gives it to Carberry. And off goes Sarah Carberry. Goes back inside towards Carberry. Driver gets there. Hugh NEILLS recycle. It's back with Gunny McCaig. And Shauna Lenan. Just having a quick look around at the starting lineups. We've got a few changes straight away. I see Dara Rice wearing 18 for Mitchells. And I see Kerry-Ann Brown, looks like she's in the full back line wearing 17 for Mitchells as well. As Hegarty goes for goal. That one's gone high, and that one's gone over the bar.
That was a great score from out in the corner. They worked that one well, put it back over and back in front of the goal and set themselves up, took a good shot.
I see Tinica Dalton also wearing 18 for HUGH NEILLS.
Now pushing the back there from number 11 on the HUGH NEILLS player as it was coming in.
Yeah, Niamh Fallon, that one goes against her. It's the visitors from Leeds who've started the brighter here. And here they come again. Back with power, hooks one through to a full forward. And that one's through for Hegarty. There is danger here for John Mitchells. Here comes the Mayo midfielder. Excellent save.
What a save.
Strong hand from Kelly Ford. And even at this early stage, that could be key for John Mitchells. It's gone back to Gunny McCaig with that one sliced off a right boot. Still in play. And a bit of danger here. It's not been cleared. Another excellent save. Comes back.
Keeper's earning her bread today, so she is.
Is.
We're only 5 minutes in.
She atoned for that error. Sarah Tolan giving the ball away in a dangerous spot. But Mitchell survive.
It's a warning, I'd say, to John Mitchells, you know.
One goes out over the sideline. Sideline ball for Mitchells. That's well taken by Kane. Up with Butler. And Mitchells will look to Butler to drive them forward.
Great hand, great touch there.
That's Kiva Crowley. Crowley was excellent, in my mind, player of the match against Father Murphy's in that semi-final. But that was strong from Driver, and Butler has it. Gives it to Kelsey Fallon. And plays it forward from one Fallon to another. It's with Niamh. Goes looking for Dara Rice. It's going to drop. That's well defended by HUGH NEILLS. And away they come. Rosie Finley. Well done by Kelly Cook. She was alert to that one. She wins her free. And even at this early stage, Patricia, every chance is going to be crucial.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see the way the girls, the determination is on every girl's face. They're not letting any balls go. They're going in strong, they're going in hard. And John Mitchell's free is turned over straight away. So you can see this going over and back a lot.
Yeah.
Chris will need his wits about him for this one, I think.
He will. He's one of our most experienced referees here in Warwickshire. And Driver finds Kelsey Fallon. A bit of space for the midfielder to run into. Has Tolan on a shoulder. Gives it to Niamh Fallon. Goes looking for Tolan. Goes back to Kelsey Fallon. It's a bit of a rush shot. And HUGH NEILLS can get it away. There's still an opportunity here for Niamh Fallon. Out on this near side. That one looks good. And it's going to drop into the back of the net.
What a score. You did feel in the beginning that if they had taken their shot earlier instead of working it in, they might have, might got the point from it. But it looks like it's paid off to bring it back out.
Yep, Alison Hurley couldn't keep it out, and John Mitchell's lead. It's a goal to 2 points. Now, what can HUGH NEILLS do in response? Here comes Hegarty again. Gives it back to Finley. And that one's going to come over to this near side. And Gunny McCaig rides the challenge of Colette Bell. Gives it to Power. And there's a shot that's going to drop to the right hand side. Second wide for HUGH NEILLS. Well, drama. We're only 8 minutes in and there's already been plenty of drama, Patricia.
Absolutely. I don't think it's going to be the end.
We've already had one dramatic game here. Round Towers, the first team into the Intermediate Championship final in 2 weeks' time.
Yes, and while that's going on down here now with our final, the second semi-final is going on. We don't want to focus on that right now, do we?
There's Roisin Keating as an excellent block down.
Well done.
And away they come. It's with Hegarty.
Carry this ball out with them now. Kicking against that wind as Round Towers and John Mitchell's felt.
Tara McElvenny with a great block down. And now Hugh O'Neills can break on the right-hand side.
This girl got speed coming down that line.
They've got 5 up in support. It's going to drop. In for an opportunity.
Oh, Lord.
And an opportunity that Dalton takes. And Hugh O'Neills go back into the lead.
What a great run and a pass in. And such a simple touch and a volley kick. Straight back into it again.
Yeah. It all came from Tara McElvenny's block down. And down the field it went. And into the back of the net it went. Now, Kerry-Ann Brown goes looking for Dara Rice. Can't quite take it. That's a free out for Hugh O'Neills. Just about 10 minutes played now in this final. And a reminder that the Dunedin Connolly's Tyrconnell Girls semi-final is on YouTube on the other side. You've got a choice of 2 live matches this afternoon.
You'll find links to both of those on our Facebook post and our Instagram post, and live updates on both games in our stories.
Crowley gives it to Hegarty, and here goes the Mayo midfielder. She gets it back. She has plenty of opportunity, plenty of chance. Slots it over the bar. Excellent score. Hugh O'Neills 1-3. Mitchell's 1 goal. It's up with Elaine Butler. And that one's going to go over Roisin Keating's head, but she wins the free. Keating gives it back to Butler. It's a foot race there. Sarah Tolan gets it. Brings it forward for Mitchells. And Kelsey Fallon gives it back to Tolan. Into Neve Fallon. And that was well watched by Shauna Power. And away come Leeds again. And here comes Hegarty. She's already been influential in this final. Hands it off. And that one's going to drop short. But there's an opportunity again. And it's another chance. And it's another goal from Dalton. It's their 2nd goal in as many minutes.
They're making no mistake here, are they? And they're against the wind. It's going to be vital, I think, for them.
And if John Mitchells are going to stay in this final, they're going to need to react quickly. Excellent from Crowley. Wrestles her way through. Gets the ball back. Hegarty takes on Driver, plays it back inside for Sarah Carberry. That's excellent play from Hegarty once more, and that one's over the bar.
Great score. Some great kicking from distance with Hugh O'Neills.
And all of a sudden, this is a 9-point game. It is very early on. I can just see Vernon Fallon's making a change straight away.
suppose the previous game was very similar. There was a 10-point difference at one stage and it came down to 1 point in it.
There was. I can see Adele Layden's come onto the field for Ellen Maguire. As John Mitchell's trying to stem the leak here. Over it comes to this near side with Kelsey Fallon.
Colette Bell's kick-outs, they hit nearly the halfway mark, so she's got a good strong kick on her.
She does. And this one's going to drop over the sideline.
Miss hands there. Just want to take this opportunity to thank Pork Naheran and Mick Collins especially for helping us facilitate this junior final today. It is the home grounds of John Mitchell's Birmingham, but pitches like an all-weather pitch is vital to make sure that our games stay going ahead, so they're not interfered with weather. So I just want to thank Pork Naheran and Mick Collins for their support and offering the facilities.
Back in play with Sarah Carberry.
Strong tackle there from John Mitchell, centre back.
Yep. And your driver wasn't let her through on that occasion. Goes forward to Dalton, can't quite take it, and it's back with Kane. Dalton takes a shot back, with this one going to drop over the sideline.
A little bit too much on that one, I think.
There's a loose one from Hegarty.
What a great kick.
Yeah. Kelsey Fallon sends it down the line towards Dara Rice. Quiva Crowley wins a free.
The breeze has picked up again, I think, Anthony.
It has.
You could hear it in the words. The girls on the pitches are saying, carry that ball. Kicking it won't work against that wind.
Yep. Here come NEILLS. Carberry gives it to Hegarty. She swings the right foot on it. This one's going to drop short. The goalkeeper had to be alert to it. It's with Kane. And Colette Bell thumps it clear up towards Butler. But that's going to drop over her head, and it's back with HUGH NEILLS. Back with McElvenny.
Hands on the back there again.
Crowley's going to win that one, and away they come.
HUGH NEILLS working this ball up well. Kicking the ball into space, and the girls well fit to run onto it. John Mitchell's there building their wall there now, not to let them through this time.
We're in the 17th minute of this final, and there is one team well ahead at this stage, and here they come again. It's with power, but that one's going to drop short, and Kelly Ford has it. They can't clear their lines, and they're made to pay for it. And there's another point and another score for HUGH NEILLS.
Yeah, Shauna Power is strong coming there through the middle when she is, and although it didn't go her way, they got a point after.
For all money, John Mitchell just can't make this ball stick.
No, it's the little touches that HUGH NEILLS are getting on the breaks, just deflecting it that little bit further, and they're in a position to gather and go.
It's with Hegarty. It's up to Dalton. That one's going to drop short though. But that one's going to drop right into the breadbasket.
Kelly Ford is busy.
Linan. Back to power. She's got a good boot on that. Well, that one's going to tail to the left and wide.
Kelly Ford is a busy goalkeeper today so far.
That's a good little touch from the captain. Driver gets a boot in. But it's back with McElvenny.
She's clearing a lot of ball, is McElvenny, so she is.
Yep.
too much doesn't go past her.
Kelly Cook wins a free.
Niamh Fallon on this ball. Stood and waited, unfortunately.
It's with Dalton.
Oh,
That one's intercepted by Tolan.
can she make it count?
No, she can't. They just can't hold on to this ball. And at the moment, HUGH and NEILLS are making them pay. And here they come again. Colette Bell wins that one, wins the free.
HUGH and NEILLS are cutting in on the interceptions. Yeah, John Mitchell seemed to be standing a bit waiting for it to land. Well, it's not landing for them, unfortunately. They're on a break now, though.
Tolan gives it to Fallon. She brings it in over the 45. She's got
Good
options
run.
ahead of her. She goes looking for Niamh Fallon. Gets it back. And then it's over for Jackie Duggan. And she puts it over the line. And there's a much needed goal for John Mitchells.
Some great work, great run in there from the midfielder, Kelsey. She went straight up there and she worked it with Niamh.
Yeah.
And they got the reward.
It's a 4-point game. 2-4 plays 2 goals. They've got another chance here with Roisin Keating. Goes looking for Duggan. And Duggan will get there. Hands it back to Niamh Fallon. And that one, she didn't get hold of it, and that one's gone wide. We've got 10 minutes left in this first half. Back with Crowley. And then forward to O'Hara. From Torlestrand in Sligo. Into Dalton. Has Hegarty on her shoulder. And Hegarty can waltz through and send it straight over the bar.
They're winning all the breaks, HUGH and NEILLS.
Yep.
They seem to just be that. They're physically stronger.
Back with Crowley. And the Kerry halfback sends it forward.
Good field in there from
Yep.
Colette Bell.
There was a nasty fall there from Keating. Wins the free though.
Niamh Fallon on her way out there.
Yep.
Chris Heffernan has made a note in his little book, I think, on that one.
It's one feature of ladies football, Patricia. You don't see that many cards.
No. Not really. It does take a lot to get a card.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you get one card, generally there'll be a few in the same game. I've had my fair share over the years.
Fair enough. That's all right. It's not a confessional. We're all right. Free out for HUGH NEILLS.
I suppose we've been very lucky with having Chris and Mark doing our games today. And Barry is up in Newcastle doing our other games. So very important that these referees are appreciated, because they do travel the length and breadth, and they give us
certainly
a lot of support refereeing our games.
It would be pointless without them because we couldn't play.
Absolutely. And it's great that they're willing to do all the ladies training as well. They do the referee training for the ladies, and it's crucial, especially to know the differences between the games.
Kelsey Fallon brings it forward for Brown, and Nee Fallon comes in for it. She's moved up to full forward now.
Oh,
and that's wild from Keating.
Fairly wide now.
It's a third wide for John Mitchells.
It's a good crowd here for both teams.
Yep.
Hugh O'Neill's on the far side of a good line of supporters.
And they do. And I will say as well, they've got a fairly sizable bench. They've got, there's a good 10 people on their bench for them to call on.
Very important bench. Can be the deciding factor in a game as well also.
And there's 11 for Vernon Fallon to call on from Mitchells if he needs to. He's already called on one. And meanwhile, his team's won a free. And it's with Nee Fallon. About 40 metres out. She'll have the wind. It's going to drop in. Can anyone make anything of it? That's well done by the captain. Gets there in the nick of time, brings it away for Leeds. Back with Tracy O'Hara as the wind starts to pick up again. And away goes Hegarty. That's excellent defending from Colette Bell. Saw the danger and read it, and away they come with Elaine Butler once more. Up to Tolan. She had Dara Rice pulling out on the right hand side. She's still there if she needs her. She's got Kelsey Fallon in between. And she plays it to Nee Fallon, who's got some space here if she wants to shoot. And she does. And that one just about goes over the crossbar.
Yeah, skimmed over it. I'd say she might have been going for goal, but skimmed over the bar there. She's putting up a few scores there, is Neve.
Yep, and there's a first point of the day for John Mitchells. It's Hugh O'Neill's 2-5, John Mitchell's 2-1. Just under 5 minutes left in this first half in the All Britain Junior Final. And just when it looked as though this game was going away from Mitchells, they've come back. And it looks like Alison Hurley's just receiving a bit of attention. She looks okay, and back we go.
We're nearing the half-time whistle here.
We're not a million miles away from it. About 4 minutes to go. It's a little bit loose, but Hegarty's alert to it.
Quick reaction there from her.
And Quiver Crowley plays a good ball forward, and there's a bit of space here for Shauna Power. And then that one's through for Gunny McCaig, but that one's hit the side netting.
Some great twisting and turning there from Quiver Crowley to get the ball up.
And that all came from Hegarty being alert in midfield, and then Crowley sending a great ball through. But it comes to nothing. It's going to drop here for Hugh O'Neill's. And the Kerry halfback sends it forward. Up to Dalton, down this left side. Good run from Shauna Power. She's got Gunny McCaig free. Colette Bell's watching her. She loses the ball. And it was well defended by Colette Bell.
Yeah, two very strong players there, Colette Bell and Gunny McCaig. They're well matched.
Here goes Sarah Tolan. Drops it over for Kerry Ann Brown.
Can make a break forward now on this one.
Yep. It's 3 ahead of her. Had Nee Fallon coming near, but that one goes to nobody.
Stray ball, unfortunately.
And Tracy O'Hara fires it out into midfield, into Power. Sends it forward to Carberry. Back with O'Hara. Playing a bit of a sweeper role for HUGH NEILLS. Up to Hegarty. She's got a bit of space here to move into. Nobody's coming near her. It's going to hit the post. But Gunny McKay can't quite make something of it. And Mitchell's clear the lines.
HUGH NEILLS will come back with it again, though.
Yeah. Carberry gives it to Crowley. And Crowley beats one, beats two.
She wasn't going to take too much out of it.
Nope. It's forward for Hegarty again. Tries to make a bit of space, can't quite get a clean connection to it. And Leyden can clear out to Brown on this near side. There's still a minute or so to play, but that one's going to drop short. It's back with O'Hara. A good run from O'Hara. She couldn't quite make something of it. And that's a fifth wide of this half for HUGH NEILLS.
John Mitchell player down there with an injury or a stretch.
Yep, and your driver's back on her feet. And the ball's back with Colette Bell. And this one goes long.
And there we have it.
Just about on the half hour, Chris, but there we go. There we have it. Half time here in Birmingham. And it's HUGH NEILLS who have the lead.
They do. It'll be interesting to see how Vernon's ladies respond to this, their second time in an All-Britain final. So I can't imagine they'll go down without coming fighting. So be an interesting second half.
It certainly will. And they'll have to do it probably against the breeze, which is, if anything, is instead of going from one diagonal, has now gone to the other diagonal, but it's going to favour HUGH NEILLS in this second half. And those two early goals from Tinnika Dalton are effectively the difference between the teams, Patricia.
They really are. I mean, some really strong plays there from certain players, and they're key in making this. They're key in giving HUGH NEILLS the lead.
Yeah.
Just a bit of info from Newcastle is that Tyrconnell Gales are up by 1 point against Dunedin Conleys, so a tight fixture up there. The link for that is on our Facebook page and our Instagram page if you want to check that out. It starts a few minutes after ours, so you should still get the first half.
Yep, they should be about midway through the first half up there in Newcastle. 3 games today brought to you live and free on YouTube by the Provincial Board of Britain and 24/7 TV.
I think it's great to be able to stream the games. We've got some great feedback. I think especially from families who are in Ireland, and even members of your club who can't travel. You know, there's it's a big geographical area, is Britain. You cover Scotland, England and Wales. So when you've got Dunedin Conleys in Edinburgh and Tyrconnell Gales in London, it can be a fair distance to get to Newcastle for a game, but that's the joys of Britain.
That's a 300-mile trip for Tyrconnell Gales today, I think.
It is, and it's, you know, with it's the availability of pitches, and that's what it means. We're very lucky to have Newcastle today. We're very lucky to have Port na HÉireann, and a lot of them, you know, they share grounds. So rugby pitches and soccer pitches it's their season now, isn't it? Really. So we lose quite a bit, but we won't focus on that. We've got 2 really good games going on at the minute, and we check out our socials and get all the up-to-date scores.
Yeah, and I would say as well, if you want any messages read out on the air for supporting either team, just seek out Britain LGFA on either Twitter or Facebook, and we'll do our best to read them out on air. And while the two teams just take a few refreshments and a few signs of encouragement from their 2 banner stores, we will be back for the second half in a few minutes' time.
Always sunshine? How are we doing?
Congratulations.
Oh yeah?
I was like, decided I don't want to go to the gym for a few weeks and then I'm going to do this fucking ridiculous cardio exercise.
Totally busy, really wasn't. Really wasn't. Tony did for me. Yeah. I don't know him that well, but I know.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We have 30 minutes to decide the All Britain champions at junior level for 2022. It's a 4-point game.
I suppose at this point it'd be good to mention that the European champions are travelling to Britain, not the other way around, which would be, I think, miscommunication. But yes, our European champions, which are Cuivre Rua, Belgium, will be making their journey over here on the 4th.
Well, there's a bonus for whoever wins today. They don't have to travel.
Yes, they're very much looking forward to it. So I'd say we might even have some people tuned in and watching this from Europe to see who they're up against in the competition.
Well, at the moment, it looks like that team's going to be HUGH and NEILLS of Leeds. It looks like Belgium are going to be heading to Yorkshire. And Sarah Carberry gets an early score for the Yorkshire champions.
First score of the second half, yeah. Great. And they're back at it again.
Yeah, 2-6 plays 2-1, and here they come again.
Ooh.
Kelsey Fallon stands strong there. Colette Bell brings it away. Gives it to Dara Rice. Wins a free.
Free in for John Mitchells on the far side.
Brown sends it forward to Fallon. Goes looking for Keating. No one's sent him towards Fallon, but it's not going to beat the defender. Thumps it clear.
Big bounce.
Yeah, Kelly Cook's under it. It's going to bounce over her head. To Anya Coyle from the Owen Rose Club in Tyrone. Up to Power. And Power takes on Butler. He's heading down the sideline. Was going to drop. And Ford just had to make sure. He does so by giving it to Kane. And Driver wins the free. Finds a captain who can bring it forward. Up to Kerry Ann Brown. A little bit of space here now for Mitchells to move into. Roisin Keating. That one's gone out to Adele Layden. That's well defended by HUGH and NEILLS. And Aoife Moley from the St Bridget's Club in Dublin. But Mitchells have won a free here. There's a chance for Niamh Fallon to put one in. It's probably a bit too far out. With the wind against her. In it comes, it's going to drop short. Tolan can't take it. And Leeds bring the ball clear. That was well won by Kelly Cook. Gets a nudge in the back, wins the free. Another chance here for Mitchells to load the box if they want to. Butler gives it to Tolan. Back with Butler. But it's loose from Mitchells. And Hugh O'Neills can mop it up. And out comes Tracy O'Hara.
Coming out strong with that. She fought for that ball and she won it well.
And the Sligo corner forward. Effectively playing sweeper this afternoon. It's back with Carol Hegarty. Head on that far side bounces over Dalton's head, and it's with Kane. Five between them in this final here in Birmingham.
Mitchell's on the break again. They can carry this through.
It's back with Sarah Tolan. Sends it through to Kerry-Ann Brown. There's a bit of space here and a three attacking down this left. It's back with Roisin Keating. It's a bit of a snapshot. It might work out for Jackie Duggan. It's a goal!
Oh. Well done to Mitchells. They deserved that score. They took their time. And she's buried as she was making no mistake, was Duggan.
She was. A snapshot from Roisin Keating. And Duggan gets a second goal of the day. And 2-6 plays 3 goals and 1 point. And it's Mitchell's goals that are keeping them in this final. And here they come again. Sarah Tolan and Roisin Keating getting a mix-up. They work it out though. It's with Keating. Back to Tolan. Niamh Fallon will win that. That's well defended by Powell. She was alert to it. And away they come again. With the centre half back, Caoimhe Crowley. And that one's a loose ball. And it's back with Kelly Cook. And Patricia, there might be a little bit of a momentum shift coming here.
There is. I mean, John Mitchells seem to have picked their game up this second half, and play is definitely down in this half a lot more. They're being a lot more, clinical with their passes. Want to say hi to Fionn Coyle, who's watching his big sister Anya, who's number 12 here for Hugh O'Neills today. He says, "Come on, Anya, you can do it." So, yep, Hugh O'Neills are on the lead, and hopefully it stays that way, Fionn.
And they're on the ball. It's well done by any driver. Sticking to Carberry. That's out with Anya Coyle. And the Tyrone wing forward wins the free. And a chance here for Hegarty to send one in. It's a 2-point game, 12 points to 10.
Well, that goal really brings John Mitchells back into it. I think it'll make the next 20 minutes fairly intense for both teams. If you want to wish anybody good luck out here in the pitch today, we have the Facebook LGFA page and the Instagram LGFA page to send through your messages.
A chance for a little bit of a settler here for Hugh O'Neills and try and re-establish a 3-point lead. It's a good strike from Hegarty, but that one is going to tail to the right and wide. And that momentum shift just seems to be creeping in.
It shows, yeah, that was a bad miss for Hugh O'Neills. I think they needed that after that goal from John Mitchells. See how Colette Bell drives this ball down the pitch for her team.
It's with Driver.
Unlucky there. It's gone out for a Hugh O'Neill's ball.
Yep. It's in the hands of McElvenny. Inside to Gunny McCaig. And Sarah Carberry's got plenty of time here. She keeps going. That one is going to drop straight back on top of her. And Driver mops up. Away come Mitchells with Tolan. She gets a slight pull in the back, wins a free. She's looking for help. Someone's getting a telling off on the far side.
Yeah, Christie's right, putting down his authority there, so he is.
We have a player down. I think that's Rachel Gunny McCaig from the Sarsfields Club in Armagh, receiving treatment.
A breather for the teams. They get a bit of water, a bit of hydration back on.
And a little bit of a chance for Hugh and NEILLS to reassess this one, because they were well in command. And it just takes the odd goal to make you doubt yourself.
It does. It changes everything, a goal, really. And they're so... In ladies football, there can be quite a lot of goals. And it's proven decisive in both games so far today. We've also had a message here from St Vincent's GEA in Sheffield, and they want to wish Hugh O'Neill's the very best. Doing Yorkshire very proud today. It is a great feat for Yorkshire LGFA. They've had Tiernan Oak last year from Newcastle, who only established 5 years, got to All Britain champions, and beat John Mitchell's. And Hugh O'Neill's are doing the same from Leeds. With only 4 clubs in Yorkshire, it's great to see the Yorkshire football is alive and well. Thank you to Sheffield.
We're just waiting for the restart here with Sarah Tolan. Hugh and NEILLS bidding to join provincial champions from 40 years ago, when the men's team won the club championship of Britain. The women's team looking to join the men's team this afternoon here in Birmingham.
Some great quick passes there from John Mitchell's.
Yeah, it's with Driver out on the far side to Leyden. That one's going to drop, and it's going to drop to Jackie Duggan, who's got a hat-trick.
Absolutely, what a great goal there. Unlucky, Hugh O'Neill's just... they got a touch to it, but it just wasn't enough. And she was right in there at the back post to tap that in.
And incredibly, John Mitchell's lead. And they're doing it all through goals.
On 4-1 to 2-6.
13 points to 12. 4 goals and 1 point for John Mitchell's. 2 goals and 6 for Hugh and NEILLS. As Hugh and NEILLS make a change. And it's the full forward from Armagh making way. We'll just wait and see who's coming onto the field on that far side.
Hugh O'Neill's have great support online today. Erin Rooney, who couldn't make it, but fully believes that her team have it to win. So come on, Hugh O'Neill's from Erin Rooney. Thank you very much, Erin.
Meanwhile, it's with John Mitchell's.
It's a great
up to
ball
Emma
in.
Shaw. Can't quite take it. Away comes Crowley.
And she'll hold and carry that ball.
She will. She's got Shaw chasing her down. It's up to Carberry. Driver's keeping a tight look on it. And Crowley wins the free.
She's strong and she's confident on the ball, is Quiva.
Yep.
And she's got Sarah Carberry on her side, who's she's a fighter, is our Sarah.
Yep, Sarah Carberry from the Gold Valley Pierces Club in Tyrone. And I was speaking about cards before, and someone's just gone in the book.
I think we're getting all the Hugh O'Neill messages because half of Birmingham here are supporting John Mitchell's.
Yep, there is a good crowd down on this near side.
We've got Niamh O'Connor, who's gallivanting around Southeast Asia. And she says, come on girls, she'd be here if she wasn't off touring herself. So well done. Thanks for that, Niamh. Great to see that our live stream is getting all over the world.
I tell you. I'm assuming the weather's better there than it is here. Wouldn't be hard for it.
No.
Away go Hugh and NEILLS. They need a score just to settle down. They haven't settled in this second half.
No, not many scores from them. 1 point so far.
Just that Sarah Carberry point straight at the start.
Could be decisive.
This one's going to drop though for Hegarty. Off she goes. Beats one, beats two. Has plenty of time to size this one up. She makes no mistake with this one, and it's a level game again.
Absolutely. She did a good run there. She bypassed a good few players. Good quick work.
I was saying earlier, if Hugh and NEILLS are going to win this, she will be prominent in this match.
Absolutely.
Away they come again. They're behind Kelsey Fallon. It's Sarah Carberry.
Oh.
And Anya Coyle couldn't quite make something of it, but it goes back to Carberry, and that's over the bar.
Well done there. And Anya Coyle down on the ground, but again her two housemates, Jess and Nicola, who are watching live in Leeds, want to give a big shout out to her. They worked that score and they earned it. Hugh and NEILLS.
Yep.
Another big kick out.
They needed a response and they've got one, and they go back into the lead. Here goes Adele Layden. Has Driver on her outside. Plays it back for Roisin Keaton, who can make moves here.
And great run here. She's taking no prisoners.
Yep. Gives to Sarah Tolan. Back to Roisin Keating. It's going to drop down, but there's a chance for Dara Rice. Swings at it and sends it over the bar. And
what a great run.
Yep, and this final is starting to take flight now.
Yeah, the intensity is definitely there. Some great runs there from Tolan and Rice. And a good recovery, even a good block down, but a great point.
Yep, Dara Rice brings us level. 4 goals and 2 points for John Mitchells, 2 goals and 8 points for Hugh and NEILLS, and back they come again. McElvenny sends one in looking for Hegarty. She can't quite make something there. Emma Shaw mops up. But that one's a loose ball. Yeah, Shauna Lenan beats Elaine Butler to it. And McElvenny gives it to Hegarty. And a free out for Hugh and NEILLS.
We also have the Hegarty family watching down in Ballina in Mayo. Not a bad county at all. My own hometown in Mayo. And her sister who's in Galway, her twin sister in Galway. So from the Hegarty family, best of luck.
Just as Zoe Doherty was about to go in there, Chris Heffernan brings the game back. Zoe Doherty wearing 24 just onto the pitch for Hugh and NEILLS up top. There's Kelly Cook, who's looking for a bit of attention.
This time we're off to Doha, Qatar. Yeah. To another shout out for Hugh O'Neill's, Hugh O'Neill Oaks. Anne McNally and Aoife Sherry are watching in Doha. So thank you very much for the message.
Hegarty sends it back to Carberry. Kelsey Fallon's going to win this one. It's back with Driver. Kelsey Fallon. Another 1-2. Driver loses that one, and it's back with Power. And there's room here for Carberry if she wants to use it. She has Kelly Cook watching her. She can't quite make something of that.
Some great pressure there from Kelly Cook.
Yeah.
She didn't let her inside, wasn't letting her turn.
Yeah. Kelly Cook had a good 15 metres or so to make up there, and she did. Keeps Carberry at bay, keeps the teams level. And back we go again.
2 Mitchells up for that.
Yep. Hegarty loses out on that occasion. Keating goes long looking for Dara Rice. Rice wins it. Thumps it a little bit aimless.
Yeah, there wasn't really much looking up for that one, unfortunately.
Yep. And here's the danger player, Carol Hegarty. Tolan's got a lot to make up here.
Some great big strides from Hegarty.
Slightly off balance.
Yeah.
And just at the crucial moment, it goes wide. It's a 7th wide in this final now for Hugh and NEILLS.
Hannah McLarnon, she couldn't make it to the game today, but wants to wish her new team. She joined them a couple of months ago, and she says she's never been part of such a supportive group of girls. So she's wishing Hugh O'Neill's the very best today. Thanks very much, Hannah.
We have 12 minutes left in this final.
I don't think 12 minutes is going to be enough to get through all these comments,
No.
Anthony. They're coming in thick and fast from Carlo. Laura Kennedy. Come on, the Hon.
Away goes Crowley. Up to Hegarty. That's good hands from the Mayo midfielder. Takes on Neve Fallon. Gives it back to Quiver Crowley. Cuts back inside Elaine Butler. Beats Neve Fallon. Can't quite make the pass stick. And Mauritian Kane wins the free.
Very vital interception there by Kane. She was covering that ball at all costs.
I would say as well, it's a bit of a reflection of the differences between the two clubs. We have HUGH and NEILLS with a lot of players who have come over from Ireland compared to John Mitchell's, who are essentially a homegrown team.
Absolutely, and you can see that as it's coming through the years, how important the underage and how homegrown players really do build up the basis for teams. The girls from Ireland can come and go sometimes, but your homegrown players are what will keep your club going. Because we've more people here from Longford. Shauna Linan's friends, Leah and Neve, who want to wish her the best of luck with HUGH and NEILLS. Like, I believe John Mitchell's have a great underage, really strong.
They do indeed.
Hegarty.
Yeah, and there goes Hegarty, and that's over the bar, and HUGH and NEILLS go back into the lead. (2-9) plays 4-2.
With only 10 minutes to go, it's not much in it now,
No,
actually, is there?
it is anybody's game in this final.
Got a player down, so it's rehydration time. Let me see how many. I think we got this one from Anne McNally already. Oh yeah, Doha. Your girls are 1 point up at the minute. Am I reading that right?
You are indeed.
1 point up. Thank you very much, Neve. Great commentary. I have to give Anthony his due. I got roped in. I didn't necessarily plan to do it, but hey ho.
You're doing
Thoroughly
grand.
enjoying myself, actually.
You're doing grand, Patricia. It's fine.
It's a great experience.
Here come Leeds again. It's Hegarty again. Over the 45. It's a bit of a give and go. Beats Driver. Puts the right foot to it and puts it over the bar. It's a 2-point lead.
At the right time, I think, Anthony.
Yeah.
A lead in the beginning is always nice, but it's the lead at the end you want.
It is. And that momentum shift that went towards John Mitchell's about 10 minutes ago, it's gone back to the team in green now. They seem to have finally found their go in this second half.
Yeah, Sarah Tolan is there trying to hold up midfield to stop HUGH and NEILLS getting through, but she was unsuccessful this turn. But
Yep, Tracy O'Hara gives it to Sarah Carberry. Back to O'Hara, into Hegarty. That's good play by the HUGH and NEILLS team. That's an excellent score. And they lead by 3.
Hegarty got that point, but I think the 2 or 3 passes before that were vital. She really steadied herself up, and what a great swing over the bar.
Yep.
Can they keep it in? Unfortunately not.
Butler and Keating getting each other's way a little bit there. You just wonder if Mitchells can look to the bench, what can they bring on in this last 10 minutes? There's a few tired legs out there at the moment.
And there's 3 points in it up in Newcastle, 1-6 to 6 points, with the Edinburgh team taking the lead against London.
Dunedin Connolly's playing to Connell Girls in the second intermediate semi-final. That's live on YouTube right now on the other channel. The winners will play Round Towers after the London Intermediate champions won earlier here today by a single point over John Mitchells of Liverpool. Meanwhile, here come HUGH and NEILLS of Leeds. Here goes Hegarty again, wins a free. There's a chance here to go 4 ahead, and at this stage, 4 points. Could be a little bit of a golden lead.
Is it just less than 10 minutes, I'd say, to go?
We are about 6 minutes, depending on what our referee Chris Heffernan wants to add on. If this goes over the bar, it's a serious advantage for HUGH and NEILLS. It's an awkward angle for a right-footed player. Here she comes. Good strike, but it's going to tail to the right and wide. There is still a goal between them. And the way the Mitchells are finding the net today, you can't count them out.
No. Until the final whistle, you can't really count anything, because one kick can be a decisive change.
There's a nice ball from McElvenny. It's gone back to Hegarty. Takes on Cook. Can't quite wrap a foot around it.
No, not quite this time. Shout out to former HUGH O'Neill's manager Fergal and goalkeeper Orla Hayden, who's watching in Belfast today. Hegarty was unlucky with that one. A let off for John Mitchells, I would say.
Yep. Here they are with Elaine Butler. Looking for help. Gets it from a captain. Sarah Tolan can bring it over midfield. She's got Dara Rice ahead of her. Got Neve Fallon ahead of her.
Some great runs from Sarah.
Gives it into Roisin Keating. Back to Tolan. That's excellent defending. Wrestled away from her by Tracy O'Hara. And they can bring it forward here with power. Sends it up to Darty. They lose the ball. It's back with Mitchells.
Can they work it out this time? Work it up the pitch.
There is still plenty of time in this final. It's back with Driver, out to Butler. Forward it goes to Kelsey Fallon. And back to her midfield partner, Sarah Tolan. Up to Keating. Keating's looking for some help. Dara Rice can't make anything of that, and it's with Danielle Powell.
Green jerseys are coming out of that defensive line.
Yeah. Up to Lenan, into Power. The two Shaunas combine. But that was well defended by Kelly Cook.
Breach Walsh wants to wish Tracy O'Hara the best of luck from all the gang in Sligo today.
Here come Mitchells again. Kelsey Fallon. There's not a huge amount going on ahead of her here. She's got Keating though. And Keating gives it to Rice. She has Neve Fallon on her shoulder, but she's crowded out by Crowley. And Crowley did exceptionally well. Gets the turnover.
Free out there for HUGH O'Neill's. Not sure if one on John Mitchell's side agrees with that, but Christie is the closest. He's able to make those calls, those difficult decisions.
They crowded Neve Fallon out there, and they won the free. We have just under 3 minutes left here in this final. Who is going to be the junior champions for 2022? Who's going to play Belgium in the All-Ireland preliminary round next month? That one's going to go over the head of Elaine Butler. She does well to get it back. Gives it to Annie Driver. She'll bring it over the 45. Back to Butler. Butler needs a bit of help. Gets it from Keating. Out to Emma Shaw. Swings the left boot to it, and Sarah Tolan can't take it. And away come HUGH NEILLS once more.
Clearing their lines yet again at a crucial time.
It's gone up to Darty. Watched by Colette Bell. There's still an opportunity
Oh,
for Anya Coyle. There's one player, there's Sarah Carberry, who was free at the back. And they don't use her. Dalton didn't get the shout or didn't see it. And Mitchell survive.
Driver coming out for this.
Yep, it's back with Driver. Into Fallon. Kelly Cook.
The give and go is very important in games like this. You need to
Yep.
work it up together, so when you give it off, your job isn't done. You have to go again.
Yep.
And she's made a good run up there.
And it's back with Hegarty once more. Sends it out. Down to Carberry. Dalton was looking for Hegarty there. Instead they go over to the far side. HUGH NEILLS can take a bit of sting out of the match here and try and wind down the clock a little bit if they want to. They find Carberry. She's got a little bit of space out here on this near side. Takes on Cook. Back in for Hegarty. Back to Power. And Power swings her right-footed a little bit. That was a little bit tired. It's a 10th wide for HUGH NEILLS.
They do seem to be tiring a bit, both teams. John Mitchell's had that spurt in the first half of the second half. Third quarter, really. They've made a substitution now, so hopefully that'll give them a bit of a drive on.
Yeah, Emma Shaw making way. And we're moving into added time now. And at this stage, it needs to be a goal for John Mitchells if they're going to force extra time. HUGH NEILLS making a change themselves. Looks like Amy Flaherty coming on. Now, Mitchells need to make this one stick. Who can Colette Bell find?
It's a big ask against the wind. Big drive on
towards
her.
Driver. Driver takes it.
Great hands from Annie.
Yeah.
She can carry that through. Keep going to get the return.
Yeah, it's with Keating. Keating's a little bit crowded out there.
Got Sarah Tolan up the centre there.
Yeah. And Leyden can't quite make anything of it. It's a free out.
She got caught.
And it's Hegarty again. And it's the difference maker who wins the free.
Absolutely.
To my mind, Patricia, player of the match.
I think Hegarty has been a phenomenal force for this second half. I mean, she's come down there and she's really, when John Mitchells were coming at them, she stood up and she took the knocks as well as giving scores. So I think it's it has to be her for today. I mean, to be fair, there are some great names. Like Tolan has made a great impression as well.
Yep. And I would say Kelly Cook's had a great second half.
Absolutely,
in
yes.
a wing back for John Mitchells.
Absolutely.
But they're not done yet. There is still a chance. But it's back with HUGH NEILLS. It's back with Power. And it looks like this team's going to emulate the men's team of 1982 and win a British Championship. They're through at the back post, but Colette Bell,
what a great interception.
Times it to perfection. It's with Driver. There can't be that long left now.
Can she carry it? Has she got the legs in her? They're tired.
Gives it to Butler. Up to Keating. Up to the captain. It's with Sarah Tolan. But Crowley's first to it. She wins the ball. And that might be the winning of the All-Britain Championship for HUGH NEILLS.
You can see it in Niamh Fallon there. She's just disappointed she didn't get her hands on that. She knows how crucial those misses are.
Fallon gives it to Power. Back to Darty. Back with Quiva Crowley.
Another great player, actually. You know, herself and Hegarty have done Trojan work. Crowley has been a force to be reckoned with the runs she's made. And
it's left to Dalton to put the seal on it. And HUGH NEILLS are surely now all Britain champions.
Phenomenal game, a phenomenal season. There we are.
And there we are. Referee Christy Heffernan blows the full-time whistle, and it's congratulations to HUGH and NEILLS. They will go into the All-Ireland Junior preliminary round against Belgium next month. But more importantly, they've just won an All-Britain Junior Football Championship on a scoreline of HUGH and NEILLS 2 goals and 12 points. John Mitchell's 4 goals and 2 points.
Well, Fionn Coyle's big sister. So Fionn is dancing around the room with excitement at his sister's win today. Which I'd say all of HUGH and NEILLS and everyone who's watched this commentary or watched this stream is doing. What a great game of football. You have to feel for John Mitchell's, their second year in a row losing to a Yorkshire team. It's a tough defeat for them.
It is. They couldn't quite emulate the team of 2006 that won this title. It's HUGH and NEILLS who win their first All-Britain Championship. They joined their men's team of 1982. And they can celebrate now on the field. Here comes the champagne. And if you're watching from Belgium, you've got a trip to Leeds coming up.
You sure do. We'll be in contact with Connor. Give me a shout. Give me a shout tomorrow. We'll sort the details out. I must say hard luck to John Mitchell's, but what a fantastic game and fantastic champions. Well deserved HUGH and NEILLS. Thank you for everybody who sent messages. I hope I did get through to everyone and got them all read out. We'll be back. We'll have to go and see how the other game is finishing up. It's a very tight game up in Newcastle with 1 point lead at the minute. So who knows what's going to happen in that game.
Yep, that game is live and free now on YouTube if you want to switch over to it, between Dunedin Connolly's and Tyrconnell Gales. The winners of that play Round Towers in 2 weeks' time in the All-Britain Intermediate Final. In the Intermediate Final is the highest level of club activity for ladies football here in Britain. But meanwhile, Patricia, thank you very much for helping us out today on commentary.
Thank you very much, Anthony.
You've got one final job, and that's to hand the trophy out, the most important of the day.
Thank you. Cheers, Anthony. Thank you.
And all that's left to say is, for those watching, thank you for joining us today in Birmingham for the 2 games. And a reminder that that game up in Newcastle is still going on. You can switch over at any time and watch it with us here on YouTube. But thank you for joining us this afternoon here at Park na HÉireann, where it's success for HUGH and NEILLS. They are all Britain champions for the very first time. Good afternoon.